Nah, I packed clothes. Haven't packed the consoles yet, but I just wanted to do a stream before I left because it's been a few days. How are things? Things are alright. Finally home after a week and a half at my mom's. Like, I'm just happy to be here and then immediately leave the day after. I was gonna do twins, but I don't really feel like setting it up just to take it down again. Like the console and everything, so I was like, I'll just do an NST run. I was gonna do Crash 3, and then I was like, you know what? I haven't done a full trilogy in a while, so let's do that. Okay, let's die. I have 26 seconds to save here over my PB, which means naturally this is gonna go really poorly. But just play everything safe, maybe I'll PB. I guess. Yeah, my flight's in the afternoon, so thankfully I'll get like decent sleep. How long is the flight? 2.5 hours, which is normal for going to Florida for me. Where am I going? AGDQ. Well, that didn't work. Good start. Are the hotels good? The past two GDQ hotels have been fine. I didn't care for the Maryland one last year as much as the Virginia one from the year before. If this one's in Orlando, it's probably a really fucking nice hotel. Like, having been to Orlando before. Alright, so I'm gonna lose like 5 seconds here, but who's counting? Dude, my fucking, my Crash 3 in this is like a 47 and my PB is a 42, so you know where this is gonna go. Yeah, Nukester. You want to attend a GDQ? I recommend it. They're really fun. Despite all the horror stories you might hear about, like how not GDQ is like super anti-fun, like it's not actually the case. Dude, I can't wait for the absolute train wreck that's going to be Crash 2. Haven't played this game in a month, and Crash 2 is the hardest of the any percents to, like on average. Like, optimal level, it's probably Crash 3 at this point, just because Crash 3 is so stupidly optimized. Yep, I missed all the crates. It's either Crash 3 or Crash 1. They're both pretty stupidly optimized. Crash 2's, like, got a good any percent, record, but it's not to the same degree as 1 and 3, I feel. Have I seen any of the new additions to Nitro Fueled? I've been keeping up with, like, stuff they've added to the Grand Prix. I just haven't been playing them. Oh, let's not go in there. Yeah, I haven't played a Grand Prix since Nina's Nightmare, but I still keep up with the additions. I heard they buffed the shit out of the Warp Orb, which is a great idea, because the Warp Orb was fucking trash before. Your best friend's getting married? Congrats to your best friend. It's a justifiable thing to cancel a GDQ over. Yeah, there's always SGDQ. I really want to go to SGDQ this year. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. Alright, so I got past the 4 levels that never give me trouble, and now the rest of the run's gonna suck. Oh, that's a good start. I remember things. I've never been to SGDQ. It's always like SGDQ, like since I've started going to GDQs, it's like I want to, but I never have the leave to do it. So hopefully this year I'll either have the leave to do it or I'll have a job that's reasonable to just let me take the week off. Well, that stream went well. You know what? This is full Trilogy. Fuck it. Do what I want. Come here, Coco. Doesn't missing boxes lose time? Yes, but it's not worth going out of your way to get them. Like, it's a minuscule time save to break crates. Like, it adds up enough that you should break as many as you can along the way, but it's not something you should, like... You shouldn't go out of your way to break every single crate in the level. Also, I'm 100% not doing this in Crash 2. I'm just doing this in Crash 1. This loses way more time in Crash 2 than it does in Crash 1 to play as Coco. Crash 2, it probably actually loses like 2 minutes at least. It at least loses like 1 minute or some shit. Oh, I've made a mistake. Oh god, she's dead. Why, what? Why does Coco lose time? Because she's not any faster than Crash, and you have to go out of your way to get her, and every time you enter a level that she can't enter, it loses time, because it takes longer to enter the level. It's less noticeable in Crash 1, though, because the time you lose to enter a level with her is like pretty small, And then there's so few levels that are exclusive to Crash. It's like Hog Wild, Whole Hog, the Great Hall, and all of the bosses. But like in Crash 2, there's a lot of levels that only Crash can do. Like all of the bear levels, all of the jetpack levels, all of the bosses. And it takes forever in Crash 2 to switch to Coco. So it actually loses a lot of time to use her in Crash 2. Crash 1, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't do it, but you can get away with it if you do. And then Crash 3. Crash 3 is like, you need her, so you pick her up, but like, again, you realistically shouldn't use her because she has a random chance of like slow animation, which at top level matters. I am not top level, so I don't give a fuck. I'm not top level yet. I would actually like to be good at Crash 3 this year. Like, I want to try and get like a 40 in any percent, and then I want to be in contention for record in 108. But yeah, like in Crash 1, all you have to do is like enter a level, and then like it'll take a little bit of time to switch to Coco or switch to Crash, and then like when you leave the level, it's just back to normal. But like in Crash 2, you have to like enter the portal. Crash will fall on his face. Coco will show up, or Coco will fall on her. I think she falls on her butt actually. Crash will show up, enter the level. You'll exit it. Crash will throw up the item, and then he'll switch back to Coco, and it just like. For the number of levels where you have to play as Crash, it loses a lot of time. I remember I did an any percent run for Nova's like online marathon like oh, that was bad. Like years ago, and this was like so long ago. It might have actually been before we found hob sliding, and I got an incentive to play as Coco instead of Crash, and the run honestly felt pretty solid, and it was like 3 minutes off of my PB, when I really don't think I made that many mistakes. It's like my PB was like a 48, and I got a 50 in the run. Okay, that happened. Crash 3 is the hardest for you. Crash 3, like, speedrun can be the hardest to learn because it has the most... It has the most going on. Crash 2, any percent, I think is the hardest to be consistent at. Because it's so much about hob sliding. You hate falling in those levels? Yeah. Native Fortress is brutal. Crash 1 is the hardest. Casually, it definitely is. I mean, even speedrun-wise, it's pretty hard, but it's... Crash 1 in the speedrun context is really not that comparable to 2 and 3. Like, it's pretty easy to compare Crash 2 and 3 in NST, but, like, Crash 1 is, like, a completely different beast. I mean, that's kind of always been the case. Like, even in OG, you can't really compare Crash 1 to Crash 2 and 3. They're so different. Is this the sub 210? Oh yeah, you got it, Groovy. I'm gonna aim for like sub 220. I have faith in my ability to get like a pretty decent Crash 3 time, considering my Crash 3 time in my last full Trilogy run was a fucking 47 apparently. I don't trust Crash 1 or Crash 2 to go well. Also, apparently my Crash 2 in my full Trilogy is like decent because it's a 46 at a time when I had a 44. So, I had a 44 or a 45, I don't remember. I definitely did not have 43 though. Also, I haven't played in a month. Coco makes Crash 1 look so much better. Oh yeah, you're right. I was just like, yeah, fuck it, it's full trilogy, I'll play as Coco. And then I'm sitting here like, thinking, you know, maybe I should just play as her in all gems. It doesn't lose a huge amount of time. It's really just like all, like that, on like all the boss levels and the 2 hog levels, the Great Hall, and then like RNG. Which really doesn't matter. None of that matters unless you're top level. Should just have the selection between Crash and Coco in the options menu before even playing. That would be the great idea, wouldn't it be? Unfortunately, that's not how it is, sadly. Notice you? Who are you? Thankfully, in the power mod, you do have Coco from the start. So obviously, you should just do that. It could benefit speedrunners. It wouldn't be any benefit. Oh, why the fuck did I do that? I wish. I wish I could finish any percent in 14 minutes. It wouldn't be a benefit. It would actually be a detriment because Coco has RNG that can lose like a lot of time. Alright, so if I die here, I'm just going to keep going because I know the backup strats in Castle Machinery. Oh, wait, I actually need that. Hold up. $14 C1. Yeah, dude, I'd run this game. Did I see Cog Monkey making his own levels? Yeah. Dude, how do you play this fucking game? Crash should have more difficult bosses. Wow. Alright, that's not... That's early enough that I'll just reset the level, but I don't know how I didn't make that. If I was later in the level, I would have just kept going. But that was like first checkpoint, so whatever. I don't know. I don't really care about whether or not Crash has difficult bosses. I play this series for platforming, not for boss fights. Jesus Christ. I really don't know how to play this game anymore. Go play Crash of the Titans if you want fun boss fights. On what planet is Uka Uka a fun boss fight? That fight is beyond bullshit. Only boss fight where I'm convinced that not dying is impossible. I should have damage abused because I don't want this in Temple Ruins, I'm pretty sure. It's possible, just very slow. Like, he just fucking hits you with everything. Like you have like 15 things attacking you during that fight, and I was just like, why did they design it like this? Imagine if this PB is and my PB is just like me playing as Coco. But if I died in the Lost City, that's usually not a good omen. Yeah, I guess the mutant games do have like the best boss fights by factor of their actual like combat games. So there's like actual fighting. So that kind of sucked. Blessed with good animation. It's been so long since I played as Coco and Crash 1, I forgot what noise she makes. They went from like level based to straight up open world. That's because like one of the criticisms of Titans was that it was like level based after you had like twins and tag team racing that were both like pretty open. I mean, it's more just like, because Crash is a platformer, the bosses were like a lesser priority for them. I think I wanted that invincibility, actually. Whoops. Is Titans DS good? Titans DS is the best version. What do you mean, not really, Orphle? I haven't even finished Titans DS and I can tell it's the best version. Titans GBA is trash. The Titans DS is like legitimately not bad. Titans DS is a lot more faithful. Not the best Crash game. He didn't ask if it was the best Crash game. He asked if it was any good. And it's like Titans DS is more... It's closer to like a traditional Crash game than like regular Titans is. Like, it has a lot more platforming. Like, it's got the combat in it, but it is more balanced towards platforming than Titans console is. And Titans GBA is just bad. I mean, if you want to talk best Crash game, that's an entirely different debate. Alright, we're going to find out in this level whether or not using Coco was a mistake. It's fine. You always used to hate how terrible some of the models were, but you just let it go. What, in Titans DS? I mean, it's a DS game. Unless you mean Titans in general. In which case, yeah, I'm not big on the designs. I think, like, the only Titans redesign I really like is Nina's. Like, Nina's design is cool. I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't die somehow. Jesus, fuck. Coco and Mom looks awesome. The only thing I don't like about Coco's design in Mom is that her hair is just like too short. And like the way they did her bangs just like really show off her forehead, and it's just like kind of weird. I don't know. It's not bad though. It's better than her Titans model. Mom in general did better on like the character models. Like Crash and Mom actually doesn't look that bad. Is there any info on new Crash game? Nothing besides rumors. Crash on the box art looks horrible. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, the box art just looks bad. I don't know what Crash looks like on the box art, but good is not it. The first game, the mutants can never jump in. The second one, they heavily shove it down your throat because people complained that the mutants couldn't jump. That's like 100% the reason. Oh, it works too. I guess. It's kind of crazy to think about. I was definitely around for a lot of like the pre-release on like Mind Over Mutant, and knowing like anticipating all the changes they were making from Titans and like knowing the reasons why. Feels like a short game story-wise. Yeah, no, like, just getting through Mind Over Mutant, the game is obscenely short. Like, I remember getting it and finishing it in, like, a few days and being disappointed that it was that short. You know, I am, like, bitch baby mode, holy shit. On the other hand, Titans gets tedious because it's fucking like 20 levels and they're all really fucking long. Forgot there was a crate there. What the fuck? Why is that even possible? Okay, I fucking guess, dude. I was trying to like not get stuck on the wall, and instead I fell off because game literally has invisible walls everywhere except for there. Apparently, I knew that was not gonna work, so I didn't want to bother. That one also looked like it didn't work. Why is this level shit? Garbage. How many crates did I miss? Holy shit. It's a good thing I don't know how to do Koala Kong skip. See, now it's too cold because of this fan, but if I turn it off, it's going to be too warm. Motherfucker, can you throw it? No fucking way. That is the most bullshit thing I've ever seen. If any of you ever wanted to know why I don't play Crash 1, that was it. Can't fucking hit it while it's coming at me. I fucking guess. What a world. Can only go up from here, right? I'll take it. Nice. Dude, fucking... There's no god. Excuse me. Okay. Reminder that this song bops. I missed. I didn't miss with that one. Pro strats. Clip it. That's going to be the first clip of the 2020 compilation. Speaking of which, I've been trying to get the 2019 compilation done, except Windows Video Editor that replaced Windows Movie Maker is complete fucking garbage. So I might just work on it after AGDQ and just use an actual decent video editor. Where do I think I can save the most time? Everywhere. I honestly don't remember with Crash 1, because my PB is just that old, because I give zero shits about this category. Like, overall, this is probably my least favorite category in NST. Not full trilogy, Crash 1, any. It just does not interest me at all. Hell yeah. Nukester, the MVP. God, I'm so fucking cold. I like how even in this boss fight I use D-pad just because this is how I'm used to playing Crash 1. Just D-pad everywhere. I think I use D-pad like for the rest of the run, actually, like in the remaining levels. Dude, I'm actually gonna like go turn that fucking fan off. So much better, holy shit. I'm gonna fall off. Oh shit. Well, that went well. Intuition's telling me to not go for the hyper jump because I'm very out of practice on it. And I would rather not fuck it up, so I'm just gonna not do it. Not like I ever get it anyway. Besides, we all know I'm gonna die before I get to it. No, it's not. Whee! Okay. Shout out to Aku Aku being gold and then turning into not gold. You run this whole level in the dark without a mask? Yes, and theoretically if you do that and you enter the level with 2, you'll also leave it with 2. So it is a potential strat, but I don't think it's actually worth it. I don't know if the double at the start of Jaws actually saves anything, and even then, fucking imagine doing this level in the dark. Whoa, that saved me. Holy shit. That's the most important one. Jesus. Yo, gamer. I'm gonna try and keep these masks because I don't feel like doing Cortex maskless. Game's really trying to make me eat my words. There's no masks after Jaws, so yeah. This might be the only mask I have for the rest of the run, now that I think about it. Well, so much for that. I don't know how that hit me, but sure. Whatever you want, game. Yep, so we maskless. That's gonna be wonderful. I was like, this is the only Cortex that's like remotely challenging. God, we just fucking murdered her. Coco seems fun. You can't wait for the jank skiing sections in 3. The jet ski's fine. Like, honestly. It's not a great vehicle, but people complain about it way too much. There are worse vehicles in NST than the jet ski. Like, the underwater, like, fish mech thing and the jetpack in Crash 2 are both way worse than the jet ski. I think I manually switched to Crash, in which case I'm just not going to use Coco in the lab. Which is big sad. 69, nice. Those two are bad as well. Yeah, they're the two worst jetpack, or they're the two worst vehicles in the entire game. The jet ski is like, the only thing bad about the jet ski is the turning, and even then, the jet ski levels themselves function way better than they do in the original. So I'll take the jet ski vehicle being worse for the jet ski levels being better. Isn't motorcycle in Trilogy worse than the original? I think it's preference. No fucking way. You know, let's just add to the garbage, I guess, of this run. Fuck off! Can you fucking move, Crash? This is why I wanted masks! BS like that happens. The motorcycle is a lot worse on console, but on PC I think it's fine. Get me the fuck out of Crash 1, dude. I don't know, a lot of people shit on the motorcycle too, and I've never really had a problem with it. Like, it handles differently, but I don't think it's worse. I didn't really think I died that much, but then again, this is Crash 1. Where, like, one death equals 5 minutes of your time. You wouldn't mind some slight tweaking here and there to make them slightly better? Well, that's not gonna happen, because the game is almost 3 years old. I think they're pretty done updating this. God, Crash 1 sucks. And by that I mean I suck. Crash 1 is like pretty okay. Yeah, I'm losing like fucking like 3 minutes or more. Probably more. I'm not risking this. They're working on a crash bash me. God, I fucking hope not. Yo, buddy. Thanks. I'm super looking forward to it. I need a break from like everything. Including Crash 1. What the fuck is this game? It's good. Yeah, I guess. I just really don't like any percent. Percent's so fucking boring. Any percent's boring and like super unforgiving, and how did I not hit that? Like, recap of like what deaths did I even have? Like, I had Lost City, which was at the beginning, otherwise I wouldn't have reset it. Sunset Vista. Koala Kong, 2 in Brio. No, I guess this was bad. Crash 1 was just a bad video game, obviously. Your PB is a 58, so don't worry. Yeah, that's fair. I don't even know how I got a 47. Man, I'm not even at 69 lives anymore because I fucking died in Brio twice. Last update we got was that unreleased stage. Want to talk about CTR? I mean, if you want. I'm down to talk about whatever as long as it's not controversial or bad. CTR is neither of those things. Okay, I guess CTR is kind of controversial, but not that kind of controversy. CTR is very good, by the way. I updated my list of my favorite video games of all time earlier today, and CTRNF is number 4 on the list. So I think extremely highly of it. Cortex Castle is the best track, that's all you have to say about it. Excuse me, Electron Avenue? Cortex Castle's pretty good too, though. Like, I'm gonna counter that point with Electron Avenue and Twilight Tour. Twilight Tour's song fucking goes, dude. I love Twilight Tour. It's like the only, like, track, like, DLC track they added that I actually, like. You're just a big Cortex nerd. As long as you're not a big Neo nerd. We don't want to be like Jamie. I expect to die in this phase. I didn't die in that phase, holy shit. Well, that was trash. It's okay, I can make up almost all of that time in Crash 3. And Crash 2, apparently. Oop, this is where it gets real bad. Apparently I had time to save on setting up the game, which I don't understand. Let's see how poorly I play this game now. Watch, I'm gonna bot Mateus right now. $58.40. Yeah. Apparently my last full trilogy, my Crash 1 and Crash 2 were both really good for my standards. And then Crash 3 happened. I got like a 47, which was like garbage. Okay. I have a sneaking suspicion that I messed up gate clip somewhere in Crash 3. Wondering if I should just take the time loss and do slow gate clip too. Or slow gate clip into warp 2. I'm definitely gonna do slow gate clip too, because that's what I always do. I still remember how to do that, I think. I might do it just for the sake of like not killing the run. Or not losing like a minute. Like lose 20 seconds to not lose a minute. Yeah, I think I'm down with that, actually. I say that and then I'm just gonna fucking do it normally. Oh, I was scared. I don't even know what possessed me to do fucking full trilogy, aside from being like, oh, I should play NST, because I'm probably not going to play it at all at HGDQ, because lol PC. And then I was like, I was going to do Crash 3 Any, because I'm inspired now. And then I was like, well, what if I did full trilogy? And here I am. I can't believe that worked. That did not seem like a hop slide at all. Let's get the inspiration flowing. I do want to get a better any percent this year. Like, I just want to be better at Crash 3 in general, because Crash 3 has always been the one I like the most. And then, like, I never fucking got good at it because nobody would fucking run Crash 2. So I was running Crash 2. Everybody and their mother ran Crash 1, and everybody and their mother ran Crash 3, and then I was like, hi guys, can someone else play Crash 2 besides me? I'm tired of it. And then other people play Crash 2. Thank me for what... You're welcome. I'm still instinctively breaking crates because I'm in Crash 1 mode. You're breaking crates because you're 108 mode? Oh, hell yeah. Dude, when you told me that you killed a 216 in Rings of Power, I was like, fuck, dude, when did you get so good? I mean, I didn't need an answer to that question. I already knew you were good, but I was just like, man, he's already at 216 pace? Lost 4 minutes. Oh, that's super rough. Dude, I saw your sum of best is like... Isn't it like 210 or some shit? And I'm like, man, I wish I was that good. I think my sum of best is... Mine might be 210, actually. It's like 211 or some shit. So it's 211. Oh, okay. So basically, we're even, except for I've played it for way longer than you, so we're not even. Remember, I'm the father of 108. I was like the first person to take 108 like actually seriously. I was like, hey guys, this category is great. Let's like actually give it some love. And then Cameron came along and made it better. So in this context, I was like the actual like parent who tries his best, and then like Cameron was like the cool uncle who like all the kids love because he gives really nice extravagant gifts to them. That's the stuff from Future Tense on really suck at. Dude, everything Future Tense on is actually, like, low-key terrifying. Because, like, I wouldn't call any of it, like, super difficult. Except for, like, I mean, I guess Future Tense and Future Frenzy, I would say, are hard. But they still don't, like, match a lot of, like, Warp 3 and Warp 4. Mostly Warp 3. And then... Godlike. Reminder that if you're ever inconsistent at that whole skip, you're just bad and need to be better. Totally not throwing shade at all. Ski Craze is fun. Ski Craze is really fucking annoying to mess up, but like when you're actually like not terrible at it, it's a pretty fun level. But yeah, it's like nothing in like the end game. So like Future Tense on is really like super difficult, but it's all terrifying because if you mess any of it up, it's like huge time loss. Like the most forgiving level in that section is fucking Future Frenzy, and that's scary to think about. Like out of all the levels in there, the one that's like not super punishing is Future Frenzy. Yeah, dude, like the first time I got record in 108/105, which means the only time I had record in it, I lose like 5 minutes, or I lost 5 minutes in Area 51. And then I remember like beat my time by like 4 minutes, and I was like, yeah, that's whatever. I lose 5 in Area 51, so if I just don't do that, I'll get it back, and then I never got it back because I was doing Crash 2. And then Cameron came by, and I was like, bless your soul, because I don't have time to do that shit. And then Abdul came by, and we were like, sir, you need the gate clip. Alright, sounds good, Nacer. Thanks for coming by. Have a good night. I pray for Abdul's soul. Imagine looking at Amy and not getting irrationally angry at like a moment's notice. That's me when I see Amy. I see Amy, I'm just like in uncontrollable rage because I just remember the first Grand Prix where fucking everybody played Amy. And I was like, y'all think you're so cool because your character is a speed character and I'm stuck with Coco being acceleration. Acceleration Nation, by the way. Ignore the fact that I use speed now, because I can do that with Coco. That's irrelevant. Didn't play online a ton. Honestly, like, online's my favorite part of NF. I fucking love NF Online. I know so many people, like, bitch about NF Online. I'm just like, it's so stupid, but that's what makes it great. Like, I'm not playing a kart racer for, like, fair, skill-intensive gameplay. I'm playing a kart racer for extreme chaos, and that's what online is. Sphinx Strat is free? Oh god. I'm scared as to what Sphinx Strat is. And whether or not it's actually free. Well, that didn't work. It's like, I've said this recently, but like all the people are like, oh well, it's bullshit because I was in first place and then I got hit by a warp orb and then I lost. I'm like, have you played Mario Kart? You ever just like gotten hit by a blue shell? Shit blows. But you're fucking playing Mario Kart. Were you expecting any different? Yeah, no, blue shells are like, ugh. I mean, they bring you to a complete stop, but a lot of items in Crash or in CTR make you tumble for a really long time. I don't know even how I dropped that. I'm just gonna, I don't know. Fucking Dan, dude. It's always Dan's fault. Blue shells in Double Dash, DS, and Wii were like super garbage because they only hit the person in first place. This is gonna be the real test of like how much I remember the route because I don't have splits. DS is fun. I definitely really enjoyed Mario Kart DS. It might be like my third favorite Mario Kart, I would say. My favorite Mario Kart is Double Dash. It's like Double Dash, then 8 Deluxe, which I guess I would lump 8 in with that. I probably would have really enjoyed Wii if I like actually played it. I played like Wii once, and I was like, this is fun, and then never played it again. I love Double Dash, and I wish... There's so many things in Double Dash that I wish they would bring back. Like, I don't even need the playing as two characters thing. I need the fucking special items. I need character choice to matter again. Like, not just for the sake of stats. I need to be able to have my character have an item that only they have. That was like the coolest idea ever, and they literally never brought it back. You were the only Wii owner on Earth who didn't buy Mario Kart Wii. I own it. I got it for Christmas, and then like I just never played it. I'm pretty sure I was just like, oh cool, Mario Kart Wii puts Brawl into the Wii. Good old Brawl. They brought it back in Mario Kart Tour. Oh my god, fucking Mario Kart Tour. I forget that game exists. He wants the 39 more than you did. Nice. But the real question is, does anybody want the 39 more than Cameron did? That dude was going insane over it. And I'm just like, dude, I am concerned for your mental health. It actually made my day to see him get it, and I hung out with my niece that day. My niece is the sweetest thing on the planet. I wish the strat was faster in OG Crash 2. I actually timed this. Taking the secret exit in Air Crash is like slower in Crash 2 by like a few seconds. Still on an 8-second PB. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's the most insane thing to think about is that like 239s have happened and the category's not done. Like, people are probably still gonna grind it. Maybe not grind it, but like people are still gonna work at it. I hope to God Cameron puts it down for a little bit. Cam needs a fucking break from any percent. Hoping Murkass can pull one off before he stops. I hope so too. Gonna do 108 a lot probably. Yeah, I mean, if 108 actually gets like activity like between like Cam, you, and me, then I'll like actually put a lot of time into it. It was like the roughest thing from when I was doing 108 was that I was like the only person doing it, which is like, yeah, I still had like Cam's time to fight against, but like I wasn't aiming for that because I'm not at that level. But like having multiple eyes looking at a run is really useful for making a run better. Because like when you're the only person running it, it's either like you're finding everything, or like you're expected to look through the runs and remember everything that you see, and it's just like, I'm not gonna remember all that shit. I want the second one, I'm pretty sure. Well, we're not getting the second one either because this game is impossible. This game's literally impossible. Holy fucking shit, this game sucks. Crash 2 Insanity is a better video game, fight me. Fuck this game, dude. Holy shit. You'd never play Twins? You should. It's great. Even like casually, Twins is really fun in my opinion. You've played Crash of the Titans on GBA, dude. I am so sorry. Yeah, like even in Twins, where like right now I'm like the only like person actively playing Twins. I mean, there's also Maze doing all levels, but I feel like he really didn't do a lot of research. Like I spent so much time trying to learn just like as much as I could about Twins, and Joe still comes in and it's like, oh yeah, you can like do this and this and that, and I'm like, dude, I'm surprised I remembered as much as I did. Like, it's just easier when multiple people are playing something because you can just bounce ideas off of each other. Your only gripe with HGSS is the small amount of available Pokemon that are interesting. it is the greatest game for randomizer. Yeah, I've considered doing like a Soul Silver randomizer. What the fuck? Which one? I'll just start with plant food. I don't... Warp 3 is like the warp room where I literally just wing it. Because, like, what level I enter actually depends entirely on the specific number of masks I bring into this warp room. Because, like, if I bring in 2, I immediately go into sewer later. If I bring 1 in, I go into plant food. And then if I bring 0 in, I think I usually go into Road to Ruin. You do 15, 14, 12, 13, 11. I mean, it's probably not bad. I think Warp 3 is the one that's the most variable. Because even though Warp 5 is flexible, it's pretty set in stone as to what your game plan is, that you do levels until you have 2 masks and then you go into piston it away. I don't want to knock that over. But it's like, I like having 1 mask going into plant food because it lets me do that nitro damage abuse and still like have the rest of the damage abuses. I like taking at least 1 mask into unbearable because if I mess up, if I hit the fence at the beginning of the level, I don't die. And then obviously you want 2 masks at the beginning of sewer. You don't want to talk about Unbearable? I love Unbearable because that hop slide in the beginning was found by me. Or not found, but like figured out. Like, we found hop sliding and like the day later I just like spent hours figuring out how to do the Unbearable hop slide at the beginning. So I'm quite proud of that one. I'm proud about that, and I'm proud of the fucking, what's the other one? Oh, the damage abuse strats in Spaced Out. Because I was the first person who had the bright idea to damage abuse in Spaced Out, and I was like, this saves like 20 seconds. Okay. I probably should have done Unbearable first. Because I'm gonna, like, go back for it. Wish you could have seen the Discovery era. Yeah, like, early Crash 2 was wild because it was, like... It was, like, all me, and then it was, like, me and Stu. And then it was, like, me, and then it was me and Deep, and then it was just me again. And then, like, PC happened, and then it was, like... That was, like, the first time it was, like, more than, like, 1 person at a time. I fucking guess. It's okay, you'll be around for the Discovery era of the next Crash game. It was fun coming into this game, like, as it was brand new, though, because it was like the first speed game that I had gotten into that, like, had absolutely nothing established. So that was really, really great. I haven't really experienced that with anything else, because, like, I feel like Spyro and CTR were both kind of, like, because, like, Spyro and CTR, like both of the remakes, I feel are similar enough to their original that even though they're distinct, they established a lot off of that. But this, like all of the movement was different, the physics were different. Like the only thing that translated over was like level design. Okay. Hob slides better be intentionally. I wouldn't mind seeing what happened if, like, we didn't have that, but Crash games in general, with the exception of Twins, are pretty heavily defined by their movement tech, so I suppose it would be important to have something. It would be pretty amazing if they intentionally put hop slides in again. Twalk where you just slide. The only reason that's a thing is because Twalk slides have no cooldown for whatever fucking reason. I want the fucking slide jump from Twins. Like, that's low-key like one of my favorite things. It's just the slide jump. It's so simple but so fun. Imagine having the same route every time you play Crash 2 Any. Literally can't. I've honestly considered just switching to Warp Room splits for C2 Any. Like, I used to, and then I went back to level because I was like, theoretically, I should do this all the time, and then I realized that Crash 2 is literally never theoretical. You should do Warps for C3. Yeah, I made Warp splits for C3 because if I take it seriously, I'm just gonna do that because I don't know. It's so variable, just depending on what happens. Like, gonna grind C3? I think so, yeah. I want something good in any percent, and then we all know how we know what I want in 108. 108 is literally the only category that I, like, care a shit ton about. But basically, like, since the moment we found Mach Tornado, I knew that Crash 3 was gonna be the best one out of the three. Like, it had that over everything else. And then, like, we found Hob Sliding, and it was, like, definitely the best one. And I was like, yeah, I definitely want to play Crash 3, and then I just never did. And, like, I've always loved 108. I was just like, this is the category that has the most potential. And it did. I think the one thing I know for certain is that I don't really want to touch Crash 2. Either version. You want to grind 108 at some point? Do it. I don't know. I've done so much Crash 2 in my life that part of me just never wants to look at this game ever again. I say as I am playing Crash 2. You want to bop Hobbs first? I mean, that's a good goal. Like, if you beat J-Hobbs this time, then, like, you know that you're good. Because, like, even if his time's pretty old, it's still good. I've been speedrunning the original Crash 2 since 2015, and then I've been speedrunning NST Crash 2 since literally the day it came out, and I'm just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. I want to play literally anything else. I don't know what to do about this. I'm just gonna not. I ain't about Tiny's bullshit today. The crazy thing when you look at Crash 3's any percent now is that so many of the top times are close to each other. Oh, that's convenient. It's like when you get, if you look at like Crash 1 and Crash 2, there's still pretty sizable gaps between a lot of the top times. Like Depp is way ahead of, who's second place in any percent? I don't even remember. Is Cam still second place in 90%? Oh yeah, no, I think Trigger's second place in 90%. Yeah, it's like Depp is like still pretty far ahead of Trigger, and then Mateus isn't too far ahead of Cam, but it's still like a decent gap. And there's like a decent gap between Stu and me, Because Stu's like 42-47 or some shit, and I'm like 43-44. So there's still a gap there. And then you look at like Crash 3, and it's like 39, and then like low 40s, and then like mid 40s, and then high 40s, and like you don't hit like 41 until like halfway down the top 10 or some shit. The full trilogy gap is comical because Cameron's the only one who's ever taken all three like super seriously. And I guess like groovy now. Like back then, it was like only Cam. Dude, I don't know how to play this level. It's like the most you had was like before Cam like switched to Crash 2 and Crash 3 was like you had people who were good at Crash 2, who were like good at Crash 3 and by extension Crash 2, but then like didn't do Crash 1, which were like me and Deep. And then you had like people who only did Crash 1 and then like kind of did Crash 3, and then Cameron was the one who came in and did like all three of them. Don't take C1 any seriously. Does anybody take C1 any seriously besides Depp? Which is like tragic because nobody's even close to Depp, and I think he would really appreciate competition again. But like nobody wants to fucking play it. I don't even want to fucking play it. You think he'll only be a C3? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, at this point, I only want to be a C3 runner. I mean, like, maybe I'll do some, like, all gems or something. But, like, the only one I really want to focus on this year is Crash 3. 102 is pretty fun. Yeah, I enjoy 102. Slide shoes are just like obscenely fun to do. I don't understand how that happens. That's so bullshit. Where's the 4 jet ski levels? What? You just have you have 4 jungle levels instead. That's not where I wanted to damage abuse. I love dying and ruining literally everything. You know, when Deep said Crash 2 was perfect, I did not feel that. I was like, man, if you feel that way, it's all yours. I don't want to look at this game ever again. Take whatever Crash 2 records you want, I'm fucking done. I'm playing Crash 3. I'm playing Crash 3 and I'm playing Twins. Fuck every other Crash game. OG is amazing though. Yeah, until you speedrun it. I mean, OG is a good speedrun, it's just so hard to fight against sometimes. As a game, it is definitely very good. I do really love Crash 2 OG as like a video game. I mean, I think Crash 2 NST as a video game is really good too. But there's something special about Crash 2 OG. Wrong way slides are good in OG. Oh yeah, totally. That's my favorite. I love getting a wrong way slide at the beginning and losing like 3 seconds. The music is fantastic in OG too. Like, the only song in NST 2 that I might prefer over OG is Road to Ruin, and that's literally it. Oh, I was supposed to damage abuse. Dude, Twalk's soundtrack is so good. If there's anything I will praise Twalk on, it's the soundtrack. Alright, I'm gonna safe mode this one. Just because it actually matters that I take 2 masks out of here. early on, I found a lot of things in this game. What Stu found out. Oh, and I fucking grabbed the gem anyway, so never mind. I don't even know how... Why did I play this game, dude? That's fucking like... That's straight up like 8 seconds. That is 8 seconds of time loss. I actually thought I was going to get hit there. You play Gauntlet on loop on your stream? Dude, fucking, what's the third boss fight called? Crashes to Ashes? That song fucking goes. That, like Solar Bowler. Wuthering Heights, I think. Fahrenheit Frenzy. I hate everything, dude. Fucking... Cold Hard Crash. Gem. Wizards and Lizards is very good, yeah. Not where I wanted the damage reduce, but it works. Yeah, the back of the disc is bright blue because it's a really early PS2 disc. And there were vehicles. There were a lot of vehicles. I'm pretty sure there are 6 levels where you play as Crash and that's all you do. I wanted to damage use at some point, so I didn't have... I only want 1 mask going into this. Because it means I don't have to, like, avoid that. Because I don't want that invincibility. I actually thought I was about to die. One thing I will always be kind of bitter about. So many people assumed that Stu figured out all this digging it shit. The beginning was him. The rest of the level was me. Like, that made me so mad when like Stu came back for PC, which like in and of itself didn't bother me because Stu is like fine, he can do whatever he wants, but like just all the people who are like, oh, Stu, that digging it was insane. I'm like, yeah, oh no, I've been doing that for like a month, right? Fuck you too. Honestly, I think like figuring out all the shit and digging it was what made the difference between 47 and 46 for me. Like 46 on console was always possible, but like when I figured that out, that was when it was like realistic for me. Nope, I got stuck on shit because this fight is shit and this game is shit and I don't want to play this shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Why is this fight the worst thing on the planet? Kill me now, like, actually. Oh, that worked out well. Yeah, fuck it, all damage abuse. I didn't want to do that with one mask, but I can work around this in Warp 5. I just have to do pack attack first. You hate how the gems and relics look in this game? I don't mind them. I think I prefer the relic design in the original. They're more accurate to like what an Ankh looks like, but they just look kind of strange, I guess. They're super smooth, which is weird. The gems, I think, are just too bright. And it makes them look like exceedingly white, like the clear gems at least. According to Cameron, this is the worst vehicle in the game, and I'm not entirely inclined to disagree. I think I just hate the underwater mech more. I need jetpackless in my life. Polar is great. The fuck you mean? Dude, fucking play Polar in OG Crash 2 and then tell me how bad he is in NST. Like, holy shit. He's so much better in this. Oh, fuck off. I fucking guess, dude. No, I didn't want a good piston it away. Do I want to give up Spaced Out or do I want to give up Piston It Away? I'm gonna give up Piston It Away. Spaced Out doesn't even... Like, if I go into Space Out first, I'm not even guaranteed to leave it just because the end of that level is a little tricky. Polar is way better than Pura. I'm conflicted on this one. Are we talking about, like, character-wise or control-wise? Control-wise, I'm fucking giving this to Polar, like, actually. God, this level's so fucking boring. Polar Pass and Tiger Temple are both great CTR tracks when I've split there. I prefer Polar Pass. I think Polar Pass is a really cool track, and Tiger Temple's not bad, but it's not one of my favorites. Oh, well, it sucks now, because this game is bad. Well, I made that. Should have hop-slided there. Hello again, Orphle. The invincibility that saves basically nothing. You were just watching me and Road to Ruin. No, you sound like you were really far behind at that point. I love doing this just so I have proper masks and spaced out. Probably gonna be like a 46. No, not pack attack. I've already been there. Oh, that would have sucked. Maybe you should check your internet. That's not the damage abuse I wanted. Fuck you, game. Actual garbage can tier. Like, holy shit. Well, so much for all that. Probably because you're on mobile. Probably. I'd recommend lowering the resolution. Am I done with Rocket? No, I still have it. Nice. Now, if I was done with Rocket, this would be like 44, which is like okay. But nope, still got Rocket, so it's probably gonna be like 45, 46. They did explosions dirty in NST. Dude, fucking Nitro explosion is like the most wonderful sound in OG. Just that, like, I don't know how to describe it. It just has that, like, cold feeling to it. It's like something blatantly unstable just completely exploded. That's just how Nitros sound. Say this takes like a minute and a half, and then Cortex is about another minute. I would say that's like 45, 46. Yeah, the sound when they bounce, just bloop, bloop. It's so good. Yeah, like I think Crash 2 NST is a great remake, but like there's so much about the original Like, it's just like the whole package. And when you, like, and a lot of it just got, like, lost in translation. I wonder if anybody's tested if dropping the 30 makes these cycles better, because I saw Cameron mention how, like, cycles here are, like, fucked on PC. Yeah, it's gonna be 45. This song is good in both. It's really good in this, but I think it's so much better in the original. Like, the original Rocket is, like, my favorite song in the original trilogy. It might be my favorite song in Crash in general. PB's 45.59. That's not a bad PB. It's really not a bad PB. Like, it's so hard to get, like, lower than 44, I feel. Wish I had the option of adding old sounding music. I wish we allowed that with mods, but somewhere along the line, Cameron changed his stance to a rigid no, so I don't think I'm gonna get that to happen. I would be completely okay with music mods, though. Best game inbound? Where's the fucking lie? Hello again, Coco. Okay. I love it. Half the splits in my gold. Oh, hell yeah.
Crash.
Save that dank minute 20 on setup Crash 2. Somehow. If this goes well, this can be a sub 220. If not, then I'll be relatively disappointed. Also, don't look at my baby strats. They're clearly inspired by 108. Show me 108 shit actually. I mean, I'm down. I still want to do like a 108 guide. I might do that when I get back from AGDQ. Like, it doesn't even need to be like a lot of the advanced shit that Cam does. It just needs to be like a basic understanding of how to do it all. I missed 3 boxes. Fuck. Damn it. Can't believe I did that. Okay. I'm not ready for that hog slide. See, I think if Cameron had just played as Coco, he wouldn't have messed up that hop slide too much, obviously. The science checks out. You know, Boneyard second is a strat I can get behind. I'm perfectly content with getting that level the fuck out of the way. Every bad getting closer to pressing reset. I mean, I suppose when you're at the level where the theoretical worst case scenario 15 seconds actually matters, I suppose I would get bothered by bad animations too. But I'm just like, Coco. It's worth it. Fuck Boneyard, general consensus. I agree with that consensus. Fuck Boneyard. Fuck Boneyard, fuck Gee Whiz. I'm just gonna do Making Waves now, because if I'm gonna do a slow gate clip, then I want to end on Crash. Gee Whiz is a fucking garbage level. I agree. Also, I'm totally doing 108 shit again, where I go like all the way over there. Don't ever follow my example. Dude, Gee Whiz at 30 FPS is like the worst. Before PC in 105, instead of doing Hang 'em High on Revisit to Warp 2, we did fucking Gee Whiz, because fuck doing that level with Hob Slides. I was like, I will 100% do this with Mach Tornado. It's okay, Coco. I don't hate you for giving me a bad animation. If you treat your characters with love and respect, they will also treat you with love and respect. That being said, fuck Greninja. I don't want his love and respect. I want his footstool combos that I didn't even use in Smash 4. Because I gave up on that character like after 3DS because he sucked. You need to get online again for Smash? No, you don't. No, you don't. Dude, online Ultimate is the worst thing ever. I guess. I mean, I'm going to the Gee Whiz after this, so like, whatever. None of your IRL friends have a Switch. God, playing online is so not worth it. Yo, Zanzuki. Alright. God, I hope I remember how to do this. Oh, I don't remember how to do that. Yep, NST. for tonight before I leave for HDQ. I'm the OG RWO runner, I gotta remember these. Yep, basically. I advocated for RWO because it's fucking sick. I should get that back. The fucking RWO record. Yo, Chili. Thanks. I'm gonna try. Wait, how did I get the second mask? Did I really hit it? I thought it was too late. I'm scared of this hob slide. Yeah, that's the old Warp 2 gate clip from before before blind gate clip was done. I love the movement in this game, dude. RWO is reverse warp room order. Basically, you use gate clip to do the warp rooms backwards, so you do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, what the fuck do I do now? Oh, yeah. I was like, hang 'em high. Yeah, RWOs are pretty cool. You just hate resetting it. That's fair. I don't know hob slides in this level. Except for this one. I know this one. Yo, that one's easy. Holy shit. Dude, why is Coco so adorable that even her hangrail moving animation is super adorable? Why is Coco just like the best character in the game? Like, I mean, it's not even a contest. Crody's hob slide. Hell yeah. Dingo Dial's also pretty good. He does say oi. Toontown next. Actually, I think I did this backwards. Fuck. I'm not gonna have any masks going into Warp 3. I done fucked up. I should have done Midnight Run and then this. I guess it just means Deep Trouble's gonna be kind of slow. Deep Trouble maskless, nothing new for me. Alright, emergency Golden Monkey run right now. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. This is some 2017 strats right here, let me tell you. Full Trilogy now requires at least one Golden Monkey. Basically. have 5 minutes to save in this category.
Good day, mate.
Dingo Dial said good day might instead of mates. So even he knows that the only character anybody should ever use is Coco. Dingo doesn't even acknowledge Crash's existence. Hour 19 of being awake today and you're going off the deep end. Dude, I feel for you. I was there like 2 weeks ago. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna quietly nod and pretend I know who Junkrat is. The name is familiar. Yo, Synchron. Overwatch here. That's what I thought. I was like, I figured it was probably Overwatch. Alright, time to fight Dinglehopper. Roy. How the run's been treating me? Crash 1 and Crash 2 were both bad. So maybe it'll balance out and Crash 3 will be alright. Excuse me. Dingo's so great.
You'll soon be up against much worse.
Okay. Let's fucking go. Maskless deep trouble, baby. Well. Yeah, all the animals are Australian, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that is the theme of the Crash characters, that they're all Australian. Bandicoot. I guess? for playing the end of it is super fucking lame. Fuck you, Joel. Yeah. Bandicoot, Kangaroo. Koala, Potteroo, Komodo dragon. Are those native to Australia? I assume so. Tasmanian tiger, aka thylacine. Okay, I'm talking about Naughty Dog characters. And then Dingodile. So Dingo Crocodile. Oh yeah, the reason they made Oxeye, they were trying to kill the franchise, and then it completely backfired. Just bring in an alien. Nobody will ever want to play Crash again. They loved it. Yeah, basically. Like, what's the worst character in the Naughty Dog games? And they're probably still good. Naughty Dog was abused. Abso-fucking-lutely. Fuck Universal. Like, I don't care for Activision, but I'll take them over Universal. I said that Naughty Dog made. Velo wasn't made by Naughty Dog. Yeah, Koala Kong's probably among the weakest, just because he's less popular Tiny, I guess. God, imagine if in Crash 2, instead of making Tiny, they just used Koala Kong again. But Tiny was developed for Crash 1, so I think they were just going to do that anyway. Tiny's PS1 mod. I love it. I love how in the OG Crash 2 boss fight, when Tiny falls, his teeth disappear. Optional teeth. Also, when he just like starts the boss fight. The game clearly says Taz Tiger. Excuse me, sir. I think you're playing the inferior version of the game. Everybody knows that PAL is optimal. Ain't fucking with that. Yo, Phoenix. Seeing me online for still 38 minutes left. Make you not feel bad about not going to bed super early. I mean, my flight's in the afternoon, so Just wanted to do something because it's been a few days since I streamed because my mom's internet is actually the worst thing on the fucking planet. So I wanted to do something. Mom is nagging you all night about going early. That's fair. What time is your flight's? Your flight's probably around the same time as mine because, well, yours might be earlier because you're further north than me, but I'm assuming yours is like somewhere in the afternoon as well. Two 2:30 lands, 6:30. Oh yeah, so your flight takes off an hour before mine, or an hour and a half. Mine takes off at 4, which makes sense. Forgetting what levels I've done.
Well.
Fuck this level also. This level's hard to do fast. Is anyone doing a run for AGDQ? Nothing Crash or Spiral related, sadly. The best chance there is that Joe got Twin Sanity in as a backup, but it's not likely that it's actually going to happen. Okay. I submitted Crash to any, but didn't get in. Also, that was a fucking hob slide, apparently. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Like, they really didn't do a lot of PlayStation this time. Alright, I'm gonna die in Entropy. It's too much platform games in AGDQ. Like, what? I just used Crash for that entire warp room and it makes me sad. Did Luigi's Mansion 3 make it by chance? Probably. Well, that was delayed. Yo, Archie. Didn't die. I haven't had any major errors yet aside from no masks and deep trouble. So this is a good prospect. Back to the Coco squad. Yeah, this run's been good, which is nice because Crash 1 and 2 were not. Crash 1 was super bad. Oh, yes, perfect. If there's any nice thing about AGDQ being in Florida, it's that having to actually board a flight to get to it is making me pack significantly lighter than I have in previous years. Like fucking AGDQ 2018, I brought way too much because it was literally like a 2-hour drive. I brought like PS2s, my PS4, I think I brought my PS3. Oh shit. I brought like GameCube, N64, Wii U. Yeah, I always go to AGDQ. Well, since I started going to AGDQ, I always go to AGDQ. The only thing that was a potential threat to me going to AGDQ was being unemployed, but at the end of the day, that's not going to stop me. I'm fucking going to AGDQ. Also, I think I'm closing in on the job anyway. Which is nice. When GDQ did not yet exist, I paid due by living in my Kuyama's mom's basement. Hell yeah. The future is in the past. I don't know why I did that. Oh, that's time loss. What Crash Boys are gonna be there? Me. I don't know, like Crash specifically. I know, like I can think of like Spyro and Crash, like Sprash people. It's like me, Crash. I think Deo, Nitroff, Phoenix. It's a lower turnout this year than it was last year. Last year's like Sprash turnout was fucking huge. Is going. Joe is going. Joe is crashed because he plays Twins. Cam might be there for like one day because he lives in Florida now. KZ is going, but he ran NST 2 months for fun. Yeah, that's fair. J Hobbs is like almost assuredly gonna be there. Is the event 3 days? The event is a whole week. Like, it's the entirety of next week. The real reason to play Coco is that our mock tornado just sounds better. have the placebo that you think you're better on Mox with Coco. Fucking same. The only reason I don't use Coco in 108 is because, like, fast level reentry actually saves a shit ton of time. Like the moment fast level reentry became a thing, like, I could not justify using Coco in 108, which makes me sad. Like, in any percent, I don't give a shit. I'll use her. I was about to say, I didn't do Sphinxinator, right? Switching between Coco and Crash is time consuming. Not in Crash 3, actually. In Crash 3 it doesn't lose any time, because you can do quick level switches, which I'll show in Bye Bye Blimps, because I'm going to have to switch to Crash before the next warp room. But Crash 3 is the only one where, like, Coco's not slower to use, and even then she's technically slower because RNG. But even then, it's like, you have to be unlucky. Yeah, she's fast for getting smashed by doors if you don't do the Crody slide, which is like, that's why I use her in Bug Light, even if, like, I go for the Crody slide, but, like, in case I mess it up, I don't lose a lot of time for getting hit. And conveniently, Bug Light in 108 is one of the only levels that you don't, like, quick re-entry, so you can do it without losing time. It's the Crody slide. It's like the Cha-Cha slide, but it's Crody. It's the thing in Bug Light where you slide as the doors are crushing you and then you just don't get hit. I don't know why. I on impulse invert bazooka even though you don't actually get the bazooka in any percent. Yeah, Crody real smooth. You can do the plane levels with Coco, but for the trick I'm about to do, the way I do it, I want to start with Crash. If I did it optimally, I would have stayed as Coco, but I'm doing a safer method that loses 20 seconds, but is way harder to fuck up. If you've never seen this Zanzuki, I'm about to blow your mind. Chili, there's no way you haven't seen that for how long I've played this game. Yeah, I love Gate Clip. You actually haven't seen it? Holy shit. That's the thing Cameron does here. He like goes this way. And like, I don't know what the fuck he does. Is there a reason to use it in 108? Yeah. You actually use it at the very beginning of the run in 108. In any percent, you use it twice. You use it to skip Tiny, and you use it to skip Engine. In... I had it? Oh, I don't know. In 108, you do it, and you... No, what it does is that if you do Mad Bombers and Orange Asphalt first, the game triggers boss fights based off of how many crystals you have, not what levels you finish. So... what it does is it lets you like be like a couple levels ahead in warp rooms, and the big thing it does is that you can save tomb time for later, and because tomb time needs the purple gem, and the purple gem is in high time, you can just do tomb time after high time, and it skips a visit to it. That's the big thing. That's why I picked Coco. Also because I just completely fucked that up. Another thing it does is it lets you have the last level in the run be Future Frenzy, which cuts out a visit to Warp Room 6. Because normally you would go down to do Future Frenzy, but you can just do Future Frenzy after Rings of Power. And that saves like, I want to say 17 seconds. Got my PhD in Crashology. I put a lot of fucking time into this game. I had to fucking advocate for the Future Frenzy shit. I was like, it was like Crody gave me the idea, and I was like, oh, this cuts out a visit to Warp Room 6, which is like 17 seconds. And J-Hop was like, yeah, but like invincibility and Future Frenzy is a lot. And I was like, yeah, but 17 seconds? Tango was the professor. How the fuck did I graduate? Alright. Who's ready for the third 39? I can totally beat this game in 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Yep, that is the Mach Tornado I wanted. Third 39 would be mental. Yeah, especially if it came from me in this run, because, like, fucking imagine, that's actually impossible. Groovy's on it, yeah. Groovy and Murkaz are both on it, apparently. Imagine a world with 4 39s, like, holy shit. I need to remember there's a Mach Tornado I can do there with damage abuse. That works. I think 39 4X will happen eventually. Like, the fact that Cam was so close with, like, pretty big mistakes. Well, not big, but, like, notable ones, like the fucking body slam and bug light.
Crash.
I talk along with like a lot of the cutscenes. Like I talk along with Tiny going ooh god ooh. Okay. Let's not fucking die. I would really rather not fucking die. Forex is kind of free if you get a 635 warp 1 and good warp 2. Yeah, that's fair. This is getting out of warp 1. It's just like realistically, it's so tight that even if like theoretically all you have to do is this, it's getting that that's the hard part. Oh, well, 39 is dead. What big mistakes did I have? There was like deep trouble. Maybe I just like bled time everywhere. Because this isn't gonna PB. Which also means this isn't gonna 219. It's probably gonna be 220 or 221. Oh dude, I love it. Well, I guess that's a pretty big mistake. I'm used to this being the second level, not the last level. Fuck. Yo, orange asphalt sucks. Coming around to orange asphalt. Yeah, no, I actually like... I say everything sucks. I actually really like orange asphalt. I enjoy this level. I'm glad I hit that ramp, because I wasn't sure. Orange Asphalt's probably my second favorite of the motorcycle levels. My favorite one being Area 51, because it's really fun when you actually know the layout. Yeah, this is gonna be a fucking... This is gonna be a 44, I think. Cortex fight is like 2 minutes, right? Yeah, it's gonna be a 44. Yeah, it's gonna be a high 220 or low 221. Or, you know, I could just die in the last phase. Or I'm gonna find the magic portal RNG that's like 10 seconds long or some shit. Oh, fuck the shit. What? Everything about that mine layout was perfect except for the second one. Mid 213 is best split, so 220 is like the worst RNG. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I almost big goofed and thought I was in the third phase. Let's not do that ever again. After seeing what happened to Merkaz, I'm afraid of being within a 5-mile radius of any mines as they explode. This should be 220. glad they made that hitbox like small as shit and everything. Dude, he is just fucking lobbing this shit. Fucking cool. Good RNG, good RNG, good RNG. Oh, fuck you.
Defeated again. This is not fair. Maybe I should retire to a nice big beach with a nice
Fuck you, Portal.
and a woman with nice big
Fucking
bags of
21 flat.
It's not over, Bandicoot. There are still the gems. We still have a chance to...
Oh, that was great. This is 20, Portal. I'm about to ruin this man's whole career.